Hello, my dear friend, and a very warm welcome to the VUS Learning English podcast. My name is Anna, and I am so happy you are here with me today. If this is your first time listening, welcome. We are so glad to have you in our family. And if you are a returning listener, welcome back. It is always a joy to spend this time with you. Today we have a very special episode. We are going to learn about something beautiful in the English language. We will learn about wise sayings. These are short sentences that have a very big meaning. They are like little keys. They can unlock a new way of speaking. They can help you sound more natural. They can help you feel more confident. This episode is for you. It is a space for you to relax. It is a space for you to learn slowly. And it is a space for you to feel good about your English journey. Before we begin, I want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing to be here. Thank you for giving your time to learn. You are doing something wonderful for yourself. If you enjoy our time together today, you can help our podcast grow. You can tap the like or follow button. When you do this, you help other English learners find our podcast. You help them join our warm and friendly community. And I'd love to know where you are listening from. Are you in Indonesia or Mexico or Ethiopia or somewhere else in our beautiful world? You can write it in the comments. It makes me so happy to see our family from all over the world. Okay, are you comfortable? Let's take a slow, deep breath. Let's begin our journey into the world of English sayings. Section 1. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Our first wise saying is a very famous one. It is a gentle reminder for all of us. The saying is, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Let's say that again, slowly. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. First, let's imagine what this means. Let's paint a picture in our minds. Imagine you are a farmer. You have a lovely hen, a mother chicken. One day you see that she has laid 10 eggs. 10 beautiful white eggs. You feel so excited. You think, wonderful. Soon I will have 10 new baby chicks. You start to count them. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. In your mind, you already have 10 chickens. Because you are so excited, you start making plans. You think, I will sell these 10 chickens at the market. With the money, I will buy a new coat. It will be a beautiful blue coat. You are already dreaming about your new coat, but the eggs are still just eggs. They have not hatched yet. To hatch means for a baby bird to break the egg and come out. A week later, you go to check the eggs. Oh, only 7 eggs hatched. You have 7 new chickens. Not 10. 3 eggs did not hatch. Maybe they were not good eggs. Maybe something happened. So you only have 7 chickens to sell. You cannot buy that new blue coat. You feel disappointed. You feel a little sad. You counted your chickens before they were real. You made plans based on a hope, not a fact. This idea is very, very old. It comes from a famous story from many, many hundreds of years ago. It is from a collection of stories called Aesop's Fables. The story is called The Milkmaid and Her Pail. A pail is like a bucket. In the story, a young woman, a milkmaid, is walking to the market. She is carrying a big pail of fresh milk on her head. As she walks, she starts to dream. She thinks, I will sell this milk. With the money, I will buy some eggs. The eggs will hatch, and I will have many chickens. Then I will sell the chickens. With all that money, I will buy a beautiful new dress for the fair. She imagines herself in the beautiful dress. All the young men will look at her. She feels so happy and proud in her dream. She gets so lost in her happy thoughts. She flips her head as if to say, I am so beautiful. And in that moment, the pail on her head falls down. Crash. All the milk spills onto the ground. It is all gone. Her dream is gone too. There is no milk to sell, no money for eggs, no chickens, and no beautiful new dress. She can only cry. The lesson from the story is our saying, do not count your chickens before they hatch. So what is the real meaning for us today? The real meaning is, do not get too excited about something that has not happened yet. Do not make big plans based only on a hope, because life can be surprising. Things might not happen the way we think. This saying is a gentle warning to be patient. Let's think about how to use this in our lives. Imagine you are at work. Your good friend David is very happy. He tells you, I had my last interview for a new job. It is a very important job, a promotion. The interview was perfect. I am sure I will get it. He continues, I am so excited. I am already looking at new cars to buy with my new salary. You're happy for David. You hope he gets the job. But you also want to be a good friend. You want him to be careful with his feelings. You can say something gentle. You could say, David, that is wonderful news. I am hoping for the best for you. But maybe, just maybe, wait for the good news first. Let's not buy the car yet. Then you can add the wise saying. Remember, don't count your chickens before they hatch. You're not being negative. You are not saying he won't get the job. You are just reminding him to be patient and cautious. It is a kind thing to say. Let's think of another example. This time with a friend. Your friend Maria calls you. She sounds very, very happy. She says, I just had the most amazing first date. He is so perfect. I think he is the one. I can already hear wedding bells. I'm thinking about our future children. You are so happy for Maria. It is wonderful she had a good time. But as a good friend, you can give her some gentle advice. You could say, Maria, I am so glad you are happy. That is fantastic. But maybe let's just enjoy this feeling for now. Let's see how the second date goes first. It's a little early to plan the wedding. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. You are helping her protect her heart. You are helping her enjoy the moment without jumping too far into the future. Sometimes native speakers make this saying shorter. In a casual talk, someone might just say, let's not count our chickens. Everyone understands the meaning. It is a very useful and kind phrase. It helps us stay grounded in the present moment. So, my friend, remember this wise saying. It is good to have dreams. It is good to have hopes, but it is also wise to be patient. Wait for the beautiful things to really happen. Then you can celebrate with a full heart. Section 2. Actions speak louder than words. Our second wise saying is one of my favorites. It is about truth and trust. The saying is, actions speak louder than words. Let's say it together. Actions speak louder than words. What does this mean? Let's think about the literal meaning. Actions are the things we do. Words are the things we say. This saying tells us that our actions are more important than our words. They are louder. Imagine someone is shouting. That is loud. Imagine someone is whispering. That is quiet. This saying means that what you do is like a loud shout, and what you say is like a quiet whisper. People hear the shout more than the whisper. People feel your actions more than your words. Why is this true? Because saying things is easy. Anyone can make a promise. Anyone can say, I will help you. Anyone can say, I love you. But doing things is different. Actions take effort. Actions take time. Actions show what is really in a person's heart. So, a person's actions are the true test of who they are. This idea is very old. People have been thinking about this for thousands of years. A long, long time ago in England, a man in the government said something similar. He said that actions are more valuable than words. This shows us that this idea is a deep truth for many people. It is about honesty. It is about integrity. Integrity means being a good and honest person, even when no one is watching. So, when do we use this saying? We often use it when there is a difference between what someone says and what they do. It's for situations where promises are broken. Let's imagine a situation at work. You have a teammate named Tom. In meetings, Tom is always talking. He makes big promises. He says, I will lead this project. Or don't worry, I will finish the report by Monday. His words sound great, but then Monday comes and there is no report. The project is not started. This happens again and again. Many words, but no action. One day, your manager is talking to you. She says, I am tired of Tom's promises. He never does what he says. You could agree with her by using our wise saying. You could say, I agree. In the end, actions speak louder than words. That one sentence says everything. It says that Tom's words are empty. It says that his actions or his lack of action show the truth. Now let's think about a personal situation. Imagine your friend Sarah is sad. She is talking about her partner. Sarah says, he always tells me he loves me. He says it every day. But he forgot my birthday last week. He says I am the most important person to him. But he often cancels our plans to do something else. Sarah is confused. His words are loving, but his actions are not. You want to help your friend see the situation clearly. You could gently say, Sarah, it sounds very difficult. Maybe it's time to listen less to his words and look more at his actions. Remember, my friend, actions speak louder than words. This saying helps Sarah trust her own feelings. It helps her see that the actions are showing her the truth. The actions are louder than the words. The way you say this phrase is important. The tone of your voice matters. Sometimes it can be very direct. Imagine someone broke your trust. You could say to them, you need to show me you have changed. Actions speak louder than words. This is strong and confrontational. But it can also be used in a gentle, thoughtful way. Like with your friend Sarah, you are not angry. You are giving her a piece of wisdom to help her. This is a powerful saying. It reminds us to be people of action. And it reminds us to trust what people do more than what they say. So, look at the actions of people around you and pay attention to your own actions too. Let your actions show your kindness. Let your actions show your honesty. Let your actions speak loud and clear. Section 3. The early bird gets the worm. Our third wise saying is about opportunity and being on time. It is a favorite for people who are active and successful. The saying is, the early bird gets the worm. Let's say that one more time. The early bird gets the worm. Let's paint a picture in our minds. Imagine a beautiful green field. The sun is just beginning to rise. The sky is soft pink and orange. It is very early in the morning. A little bird wakes up. He flies down to the ground. The ground is soft and wet with morning dew. He looks around, and what does he see? He sees many juicy worms coming out of the soil. He can eat a big, delicious breakfast. He is happy and full. Now, imagine another bird. This bird likes to sleep late. He wakes up 2 hours later. The sun is now high in the sky. He flies down to the same field. He looks for worms, but there are no worms left. The early bird ate them all. The late bird is hungry. He missed his chance. This is a simple story from nature, but it has a big lesson for us. Being early gives you an advantage. It gives you the best chance to get what you want. This saying is very old. It was first written down in a book of Proverbs over 400 years ago, in the year 1605. For 400 years, people have used this saying. It shows that being early and ready is a very important value in many cultures. So, what is the real meaning for us? It means that people who act quickly have the best chance of success. People who arrive first get the best opportunities. It is about taking action before other people do. Let's look at some examples from modern life. Imagine a new phone is coming out. It is very popular and many people want it. But the company only made a small number of them. The story opens at 9 o'clock in the morning, but people start waiting outside the store at 5 o'clock in the morning. They are in a long line. A news reporter might come and ask a person in the line, "Why are you here so early? The store doesn't open for 4 hours." The person in line might smile and say, "Well, the early bird gets the worm." They know that if they wait, all the phones will be sold. By being early, they make sure they get one. Here is another example for your career. Imagine your company has a new job opening. It is a great job and you want it. Your mentor, a wise older colleague, talks to you. She says, "You are perfect for this job. Don't wait until the last day to apply. Send your application today." And then she adds, "The early bird gets the worm." In this case, the saying is advice. It is motivation. Applying early shows that you are very interested. It makes a good impression. It gives you an advantage. Now let's think about a social situation. You and your friends want to go to a popular beach. You want to go on a holiday weekend. You know that on a holiday weekend, there will be a lot of traffic. The roads will be full of cars. The beach will be very crowded. One friend says, "We should leave at 5 o'clock in the morning." Another friend complains, 5 o'clock? That is so early. The first friend can explain his plan using our saying. He can say, "I know it's early, but if we wait, the traffic will be terrible, and all the good spots on the beach will be gone. The early bird gets the worm." This helps everyone understand the reason for leaving early. It is a smart plan to have a better day. This saying is so common that it is often shortened. You might just hear people talk about the early bird. For example, some restaurants have an early bird special. This means they offer a lower price if you come to eat dinner very early, maybe at 4 or 5 o'clock. They are encouraging people to come before the busy time. So, my friend, this saying is a reminder to be proactive. To be proactive means to take action and not wait. When you see an opportunity, a chance for something good, act on it. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Be the early bird You might be surprised by the wonderful worms you find. Section 4. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Now let's talk about a very human feeling, a feeling that everyone has sometimes. The feeling of envy. Envy is when you want what someone else has. Our next wise saying talks about this feeling. The saying is a little long, but very beautiful. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Let's say it slowly. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Let's imagine this. Picture yourself standing in your own backyard. You have a nice yard with green grass. There is a fence between your yard and your neighbor's yard. A fence is a wall made of wood or metal. You look over the fence into your neighbor's yard. From where you are standing, your neighbor's grass looks amazing. It looks so green, so perfect, so lush. It looks much greener than your own grass. You feel a little sad. You think, wow, his grass is so much better than mine. But here's the secret. If you were to walk over to your neighbor's yard and then you look back at your own yard over the fence, guess what you would see? From that side, your grass now looks incredibly green and beautiful. The distance creates an illusion. An illusion is something that is not real. It just looks real. The grass was not actually greener. It just looked that way from far away. So, what is the real meaning of this saying? The meaning is that we often think other people's lives are better than our own. We think their jobs are more exciting. We think their relationships are more perfect. We think they are happier than we are. But we are only seeing their lives from the other side of the fence. We see it from a distance. We do not see the full picture. This is a very important saying today in the time of social media. Think about scrolling on Instagram or Facebook. You see your friend's photos from her vacation in Italy. She is smiling in front of beautiful old buildings. She is eating delicious-looking food. Everything looks perfect. You might look at your own life. Maybe you are sitting at home, feeling a little bored, and you feel a little sad or jealous. You think, I wish my life was that perfect. I wish I was in Italy. This is the moment to remember our saying. A good friend might gently remind you. They could say, remember, you are only seeing the best parts. You don't see the long, tiring flight. You don't see the expensive hotels or the crowded tourist spots. The grass is always greener on the other side. This reminds you that you're seeing a highlight reel. A highlight reel shows only the best moments, not the normal or difficult moments. Let's think of a work example. Your coworker, Sarah, is talking to you. She says, I am so jealous of John. He left our company to work at a new tech startup. I bet he is having so much more fun and making so much more money. You could help Sarah see a different perspective. You could say, I understand why you feel that way. But working at a startup can be very hard. They often work very long hours. And startups can be very risky. They can fail. He might be feeling very stressed right now. Sometimes the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. You are helping her see that John's situation might have its own problems. Problems that she cannot see from the outside. Here is one more example. Your friend is single and feels lonely. He says, all of my friends are in happy relationships. They post lovely photos with their partners. I wish I had that. You can show him another way to think. You could say, I hear you. Being single can be lonely sometimes. But remember, relationships are not always easy. They have their own challenges. There are arguments and compromises. People in relationships sometimes have less free time. The grass is always greener. Did you notice? Sometimes people shorten this saying too. They might just say, well, the grass is always greener, or you know what they say, the grass is greener. It's a gentle way to challenge feelings of envy. And it is a beautiful reminder to be grateful for what we have. It teaches us to stop looking over the fence and instead to look down at our own grass. Maybe our grass is not perfect, but it is our own. And if we take care of it, if we water it, it can be beautiful too. So, my friend, when you feel that little pull of envy, remember this saying: what you have is precious. Your life is your own beautiful garden. Section 5. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Our fifth wise saying is very practical. It is about making smart choices and avoiding risk. The saying is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's say it together. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's go back to our farm and paint a picture in our minds. Imagine that same farmer from our first saying. Today she has collected many eggs. Let's say she has 24 eggs. That is 2 dozen. She wants to take them to the market to sell. She has one big, beautiful basket. She thinks, I will just put all 24 eggs in this one basket. It is faster and easier. So she carefully places all of her eggs in the single basket. She starts walking to the market. But on the path, there is a stone. She does not see the stone. She trips. And she drops the basket. Crack, smash. All 24 eggs are broken. Everything is lost. All her work is gone in a second. Now let's imagine she made a different choice. Let's imagine she had 3 smaller baskets. She decides to divide her eggs. She puts 8 eggs in the first basket, 8 eggs in the second basket, and 8 eggs in the third basket. Now she is walking to the market carrying the 3 baskets. She trips on that same stone and she drops one basket. Crack. 8 eggs are broken. She feels sad about that, but wait. She still has 2 more baskets. She still has 16 eggs that are safe. She did not lose everything. This is a simple idea. It is called managing risk. This wisdom is very old. It was famously written in the book Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. This book was from the early 1600s. In the book, a character says that it is a wise man who does not venture all his eggs in one basket. To venture means to risk something. So what is the real meaning for us? The meaning is a direct lesson from the story. Do not risk everything on one single thing. You should spread out your resources. Your resources can be your money, your time, your hopes, or your effort. Spread them out so that if one thing fails, you do not lose everything. This saying is used all the time when talking about money. Imagine you go to a financial advisor. This is a person who helps you with your money. The advisor looks at your investments. She sees that you have put all of your savings into the stock of just one company. 100% of your money is in one place. She will look worried. She will say, this is very, very risky. If that one company has a problem, you could lose all your money. My first and most important advice is this: you need to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify means to spread your money across many different investments. Some in stocks, some in bonds, some in property. It is about having many baskets for your money. This is also very important advice for your career. Imagine you are talking to a high school student. He is applying to universities. He tells you, I am only applying to one university, Harvard. It is my dream school. It is the only place I want to go. You would want to give him some gentle advice. You would say, Harvard is a wonderful goal. It is great to dream big. But it is also very, very difficult to get into. Many amazing students apply and only a few get in. You need to have backup plans. You need other options. Please apply to a few different schools. A mix of schools. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You are not crushing his dream. You are helping him be realistic and safe. You are helping him create a safety net. A safety net is something that protects you if you fall. Having many baskets is like having a safety net. Let's use one last example. Your friend is starting her own business. A little bakery. You're so proud of her. She is so passionate. She decides to use all of her life savings to open the shop. She also quits her other part-time job. All her time and all her money are in this one bakery. You might feel a little worried for her. You could say, I am so impressed by your passion and hard work, but are you sure it is a good idea to quit your other job right now? It might be smart to have some steady money coming in while the bakery is new. You know the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. This saying is about being wise. It is about being hopeful, but also prepared. It is a wonderful piece of advice for almost every part of life. So, my friend, think about your own life. Where are your eggs? Are they all in one basket? Maybe it's time to find a few more baskets. It will help you feel safer and more secure on your journey. All right, my dear friend, we are halfway through our 10 wise sayings. We have learned 5 beautiful phrases. How are you feeling? Is your mind full of new ideas? I hope you're feeling relaxed and inspired. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Let's think about the sayings we have learned. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Actions speak louder than words. The early bird gets the worm. The grass is always greener on the other side. And don't put all your eggs in one basket. Which of these 5 was your favorite? Which one felt the most useful for your life right now? I would love to know. You can tell me in the comments if you like. And here's another interesting question for you. Do you have a similar saying in your own language? These ideas are universal. They are about human experience. So many cultures have their own way of saying these things. For example, in your language, how do you say actions speak louder than words? It is so beautiful to learn how different languages share the same wisdom. Learning from each other is a wonderful gift. Thank you again for being here. If you are finding this lesson helpful and you want your English to sound more natural and fluent, please remember to subscribe. When you subscribe, it helps our little channel so much, and it also means you won't miss our future lessons together. Okay, let's take one more gentle breath. Are you ready for the next 5 sayings? I am excited to share them with you. Let's continue our journey. Section 6. Don't judge a book by its cover. Our next saying is a beautiful lesson about people. It teaches us to look deeper past what we first see. The saying is, don't judge a book by its cover. Let's say it slowly. Don't judge a book by its cover. The literal image here is very clear. Let's imagine we are in a quiet, cozy bookstore. There are shelves and shelves of books. You are looking for something new to read. You see one book. Its cover, the outside of the book, is very boring. The color is dull. There is no interesting picture. You think, this book looks boring. You decide not to even pick it up. You move on. But what if that book with the boring cover held the most amazing story you have ever read? What if it was full of adventure and wisdom and beautiful words? Because you judged it by its cover, you missed something wonderful. Now let's imagine the opposite. You see another book. This one has a stunning cover. It is shiny with beautiful art and bright colors. You think, wow, this must be a great book. You buy it and take it home. But when you start reading, the story is terrible. It is poorly written and very boring. The beautiful cover was hiding a bad story. This shows us that the outside of a book does not always tell us what is on the inside. This phrase became very popular around the middle of the 19th century. It is a powerful metaphor for how we should treat people, places, and ideas. So the real meaning is this: you should not form an opinion about someone or something based only on how they look. It is a call for us to be patient, to look beyond our first impression, to take the time to see what is truly inside. Let's see this in action in our lives. Imagine a hiring manager at a company. A hiring manager is someone who interviews people for jobs. She is interviewing for a job at a cool, modern tech company. A new person, a candidate, walks in for an interview. This person is much older than the other candidates, and he is not wearing the typical clothes of a young tech worker. He is dressed in a more traditional way. The manager might have a quick first thought. She might think, this person probably doesn't know the newest technology. He might not fit in with our young team. This is a judgment based on his cover's age and his clothes. But then she remembers our wise saying. She pushes that first thought away. She looks at his resume and sees that he has incredible experience. He has worked on amazing projects. She gives him a fair interview. She asks him good questions. And she discovers that he is brilliant. He is an expert. Later, she might talk to a colleague. She could say, I am so glad I gave him a chance. I almost made a mistake. It just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. This saying is a powerful tool against prejudice and unfairness. It reminds us to give everyone a fair chance. Here's a social example. You are going to meet your sister's new boyfriend for the first time. You are a little nervous. You hope he is a good person. He arrives at your house, and he is covered in tattoos. He has tattoos on his arms and his neck. Maybe in your mind, you have a certain idea about people with many tattoos. You might feel a little worried. Is he a good match for your sister? This is your first judgment. But then you all sit down and start talking, and you discover that he is one of the kindest, gentlest, and smartest people you have ever met. He is funny. He treats your sister with so much respect. Later, your sister asks you, so what did you think of him? You could answer honestly. Honestly, I was a little surprised by his appearance at first, but then we talked, and he is absolutely wonderful. It was a good reminder for me. You really can't judge a book by its cover. This saying can also be about things, not just people. You and a friend are walking down the street looking for a restaurant for dinner. You walk past a little restaurant. It looks very old. The paint is peeling. It doesn't look very fancy. Your friend says, "Oh, let's not go in there. It looks kind of old and dirty." But you are curious. You take out your phone and check the reviews online. The reviews are amazing. Hundreds of people have written, "This is the best food in the whole city." It is a hidden gem. You could say to your friend, "Wait, look at these reviews. Everyone says the food is incredible. Let's give it a try. Let's not judge a book by its cover." So, my dear friend, this saying is a call for kindness and curiosity. Be open. Look past the cover. You might discover the most beautiful story inside. Section 7. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Our seventh wise saying is about family. It's about the connection between parents and children. The saying is, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Let's say that again. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Let's imagine the picture. There's a big, beautiful apple tree in an orchard. The tree is full of red, ripe apples. One apple is ready. It lets go of the branch. It falls down, 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 and it lands on the soft grass below. Where does it land? Does it land a mile away or in the next town? No, of course not. It lands right there, near the trunk of the tree that it came from. The apple stays close to its origin. The fruit is connected to the tree that made it. This idea comes from an old German saying. It became popular in English in the 19th century a long time ago. It perfectly captures the idea that children are often very similar to their parents. So the real meaning is this. Children often have the same talents, habits, personalities, or even looks as their parents. It is a way of pointing out a strong family resemblance. A resemblance is when two people look or act like each other. Now, here's a very important thing to know about this saying. It can be used in 3 different ways. It can be positive, a compliment. It can be neutral, just an observation. Or it can be negative, a criticism. The meaning changes based on the situation. Let's look at examples for all 3. First, let's use it in a positive way. Imagine your friend Sarah is a wonderful piano player. Her music is beautiful. You are talking to another friend about her talent. You say, "Sarah plays the piano so beautifully. Did you know her father was a professional musician? A concert pianist?" Then you can add the saying with a smile. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Here it is a compliment. You are saying that Sarah inherited her wonderful musical talent from her talented father. It is a lovely thing to say. Now let's think of a neutral way to use it. Neutral means it is not good or bad. It is just a fact. You have a new colleague at work named Mark. You notice that Mark is very quiet. He doesn't talk much in meetings. He is very reserved. You mention this to another colleague who knows Mark's family. You say Mark is so quiet and thoughtful. Your colleague replies, "Oh, that's not surprising at all. His mother is exactly the same way. Very calm and reserved." The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In this case, it's not a compliment or a criticism. It is just an observation. It's an explanation for why Mark is the way he is. He is like his mother. Finally, let's look at a negative use. This is also very common. Imagine 2 people are talking about a famous person, maybe a politician who was caught in a scandal. Maybe he lied or did something dishonest. One person says, I can't believe he did that. It's terrible. The other person who knows some history might say, well, I'm not so shocked, actually. His father was also a politician years ago, and he had to resign because of a corruption scandal. Then the first person might nod and say, ah, well, there you go. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Here the meaning is negative. It implies that the son inherited his father's bad character. He inherited his dishonesty. So you see, the same 5 words can have a very different feeling. It all depends on the context. It depends on the quality you are talking about. Is it a good quality, like musical talent? Is it a neutral quality, like being quiet? Or is it a bad quality, like dishonesty? This is a very common saying. When you hear it, listen carefully to the context. It will tell you the true meaning. It is a fascinating look at how we see families and the traits that connect us through generations. Section 8. A leopard can't change its spots. Here is another saying that uses an animal to teach us a lesson. But this saying is a little sad. It is cynical. Cynical means you believe that people are motivated by selfishness. You're not very hopeful about human nature. The saying is, a leopard can't change its spots. Let's say it slowly. A leopard can't change its spots. First, what is the literal meaning? A leopard is a beautiful, large wildcat. Its fur is covered in black spots. This pattern of spots is unique to each leopard, like a fingerprint. A leopard is born with its spots, and it has those same spots for its entire life. A leopard cannot wake up one morning and decide, I don't want my spots today. It can't wash them off. It can't make them disappear. The spots are a permanent, unchangeable part of who the leopard is. This is a fact of nature. The origin of this saying is ancient. It comes from the Bible, from the Old Testament, in the book of Jeremiah. A very long time ago, the prophet Jeremiah asked a question. He asked if a leopard can change its spots. The answer was no. And he used this idea to say that it is just as difficult for a person who is used to doing bad things to learn to do good things. So this idea has been with us for thousands of years. The real figurative meaning is a strong and pessimistic statement about a person's character. Pessimistic is the opposite of optimistic. It means you expect bad things to happen. This saying means that people cannot change their basic fundamental nature, especially their bad qualities. If a person has shown that they are dishonest or selfish or unreliable in the past, this saying suggests that they will always be that way. It suggests that no matter what they say, no matter how much they promise to change, they will not. So we usually use this saying as a warning. It is a reason to be careful. It is a reason to doubt someone who claims they have changed for the better. Let's look at a work example. Imagine a company had an employee who was fired. He was fired because he was caught lying about important numbers in a report. He was dishonest. 1 year later, that same man applies for a job at the same company again. In his interview, he says, I am so sorry for what I did. I have learned my lesson. I am a new man. One of the managers might want to give him a second chance. But another more experienced manager might be skeptical. Skeptical means having doubts. That manager could say to the other one, I understand he is saying all the right things, but he broke our trust in a very serious way. In my experience, a leopard can't change its spots. This manager believes that because the man was dishonest once, he is likely a dishonest person in his core nature. And that nature cannot be changed. Let's think of a personal example. This is a very common situation for this saying. Your friend Jane has a boyfriend who cheated on her. He was not faithful. She was very hurt and they broke up. A few months later, he comes back. He asks her to forgive him. He says, I have changed. I will never hurt you again. I promise. Jane decides to get back together with him. She tells you the news. She says, he swore he has changed. You are her friend. You want her to be happy, but you are also worried. You don't want her to get hurt again. You might gently and carefully say, I really hope that is true, Jane. I want you to be happy. But please be careful. Protect your heart. You know the old saying, a leopard can't change its spots. You are not telling her what to do, but you are reminding her of his past behavior. You are expressing your doubt that he has truly changed his fundamental character. The feeling of this saying is almost always cynical and sad. It is the opposite of hopeful. It suggests that a person's character is fixed and permanent, like the leopard's spots. It is a powerful phrase to use when you have strong reasons from the past to doubt someone's ability to change. So, my friend, do you believe a leopard can change its spots? Do you believe people can fundamentally change their nature? It is one of life's big questions, and this saying gives one very strong, pessimistic answer. Section 9. Strike while the iron is hot. Our ninth wise saying is full of energy. It is a call to action. It is about taking a chance at the perfect moment. The saying is, strike while the iron is hot. Let's say that again. Strike while the iron is hot. The origin of this saying comes from a very old and skilled job, a blacksmith. A blacksmith is a person who makes things from metal like iron. Let's paint a picture of a blacksmith's workshop. It is dark and warm. There's a huge fire, a forge, burning bright and orange. The blacksmith takes a hard black piece of iron. He puts it deep into the fire. He waits. The iron begins to glow, first red, then orange, then almost white hot. At this moment, the iron is soft. It is workable. He quickly takes it out of the fire and puts it on a heavy metal block called an anvil. Then he takes his big hammer and he begins to strike it. With each strike of the hammer, he shapes the soft, hot metal. He can turn it into a horseshoe or a sword or a gate. But he has to be fast. He only has a short time to do this. If he waits too long, the iron will cool down. It will become hard and black again. He cannot shape it anymore. The opportunity, the perfect moment is lost. He must strike while the iron is hot. This powerful image has been used as a metaphor for taking action for over 500 years. So, the real meaning is this: act on an opportunity at exactly the right time. When conditions are perfect for success, you must act immediately. It is a warning against waiting too long. It is a warning against hesitation. If you hesitate, the opportunity might disappear forever. This saying is used all the time in the world of business. Imagine you and your team give a big presentation to a new client. A client is a potential customer. The presentation goes perfectly. The clients are smiling. They are nodding. They are asking excited questions. You can feel their positive energy. The moment the presentation ends, your boss turns to the team. She is very excited. She says, "They loved it. I could feel it. I'm not going to wait. I'm calling them this afternoon with a formal offer. We need to strike while the iron is hot. What is the hot iron in this situation? It is the client's enthusiasm, their excitement. Right now, their feeling is hot. If she waits a week, they might lose that excitement. They might talk to another company. The iron will cool down. She needs to act now. Here is another great example. Let's say you want to ask your boss for a raise, an increase in your salary. You just finished a very important project. Your project was a huge success. It saved the company a lot of money. Even the CEO, the head of the company, sent an email praising your excellent work. Everyone is happy with you. Your value to the company is very clear. You talk to your mentor about asking for a raise. Your mentor says, "Now is the perfect time to ask." Your success is fresh in everyone's mind. Your value has never been more obvious. Go talk to your boss tomorrow. Strike while the iron is hot. The hot iron is your recent success and the company's positive feeling about you. This is your moment of maximum opportunity. This saying works in social situations too. Imagine you are at a party. You meet someone new. You have a wonderful conversation. You laugh a lot. You feel a real connection. The energy between you is amazing. The party is ending. You are about to leave. Your friend asks you, "Did you get her phone number?" You say, "Oh no, I was too shy. I didn't want to seem too forward." Your friend might give you a little push. He might say, "What are you waiting for?" The energy was perfect. She was clearly interested in you. Go back in there right now and ask for her number. Strike while the iron is hot. This saying is about courage. It is about recognizing the perfect moment. And it is about having the confidence to act. So, my friend, be like the blacksmith. Keep your eyes open for opportunities. And when you see the iron glowing hot, do not be afraid. Strike. Take your chance. You have the power to shape your own future. Section 10. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. We have come to our last wise saying for today. This one is a very serious warning. It is about gratitude, respect, and being smart about your own life. The saying is, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Let's say it one more time. Slowly. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Let's imagine the literal picture. It's a very simple and strong image. Imagine an animal, maybe a dog. Or imagine a person who is very hungry. Someone is being kind. That person holds out their hand. In their hand is food. They are offering you help. They are feeding you. They are the source of your well-being. Now, imagine if you, instead of taking the food gratefully, you attacked that person. Imagine you leaned forward and bit the very hand that was offering you food. What a shocking and terrible thing to do. It is an act of aggression against the person who is helping you. And it is also very foolish. It is self-destructive. Why? Because that person will probably never offer you food again. You have attacked your source of support. You will lose the very thing you need to survive. This proverb has been used for centuries, since at least the 1700s. It is a powerful warning against turning on those who support you. The figurative meaning is very clear. Do not harm, attack, or disrespect the person or the organization that gives you what you need. This could be the company that gives you your salary. It could be the person who gives you a home. It could be the client that gives your business money. The saying is a warning that attacking your source of support is not just ungrateful. It is a very bad idea for your own future. It has very practical negative consequences. This saying is used most often in a work context. Imagine an employee is very angry about a new rule at his company. He thinks the new policy is unfair. He is thinking about writing a very angry post about the company on social media, like Facebook or LinkedIn. He wants to tell the whole world how terrible his company is. A wiser, older colleague hears about his plan. The colleague might take him aside for a quiet chat. He might say, "Listen, I understand that you are upset. I am not happy about the new rule either. But posting something angry online is a really bad idea. You could get in serious trouble. You could even get fired. Be careful. Don't bite the hand that feeds you." The hand that feeds him is the company. The company gives him his job and his salary. Attacking the company publicly is like biting that hand. He could lose his job. Here is another example for a small business. A small business gets most of its money from one very large client. Let's say 80% of their income comes from this one client. The owner of the small business has a small disagreement with the manager at the big client company. The owner feels angry and wants to send an angry email. His business partner might caution him. She might say, "Let's be very careful here. Let's be diplomatic. That client is 80% of our revenue. We cannot afford to lose them over a small argument. We can't bite the hand that feeds us." The tone of this saying is almost always one of serious, practical warning. It is less about morals, like being a good or bad person. It is more about practical results. It's about thinking smart. It is a lesson in understanding who and what supports you in your life. And it is a lesson about the danger of damaging that support system out of anger or pride. So, my friend, it is good to be grateful for the help we receive. And it is wise to protect the relationships that support us. Remember the hand that feeds you and treat it with care. And there we have it. 10 powerful, wise, and wonderful English sayings. Sayings that native speakers use every day without even thinking. I hope that after our time together, you see how special these phrases are. They are more than just words. They add color to our language. They add wisdom to our conversations, and they add a special kind of cultural fluency to your English. They are little shortcuts. They help us express big, complex ideas in just a few words. Ideas about hope, trust, envy, family, and opportunity. Let's do a very gentle, slow recap of our 10 sayings. Just listen and let the meaning sink in. Number 1, don't count your chickens before they hatch. This means be patient and don't celebrate too early. Number 2, actions speak louder than words. This means what you do is more important than what you say. Number 3, the early bird gets the worm. This means act early to get the best opportunities. Number 4, the grass is always greener on the other side. This means other people's lives are not always as perfect as they look. Number 5, don't put all your eggs in one basket. This means protect yourself by spreading out your risk. Number 6, don't judge a book by its cover. This means look beyond appearances and see what is truly inside. Number 7, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This means children are often very similar to their parents. Number 8, a leopard can't change its spots. This means some people believe that a person's basic character can never change. Number 9, strike while the iron is hot. This means Seize an opportunity at the perfect moment without delay. And number 10, don't bite the hand that feeds you. This means do not harm those who support you. You have learned so much today. The next step is to start listening. Listen for these sayings when you watch movies, when you listen to podcasts, or when you have conversations. You will start to hear them everywhere, and that is a wonderful feeling. Then, when the right moment comes, I encourage you to be brave. Try to use one. It might feel a little strange the first time, but with practice, these sayings will become a natural and beautiful part of your English. Remember that learning a language is a journey. It is not a race. It takes time. Be patient and kind with yourself. Every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me today. It was a pleasure to be your guide. If you found this lesson helpful, please consider leaving a comment or a like. It truly helps our podcast reach and support more learners like you. Keep practicing, stay curious, and always remember how far you have come. I will see you next time, my friend. Goodbye for now.